everyone, how we doing? Welcome to the stream. Today is the suffering stream. It's been promised for a while. It's gonna happen. I'm playing Pathologic 1 on stream. I can't rule out the possibility this game is gonna crash my computer. It's happened before. If the stream suddenly disappears in the middle of the stream, in the middle of me playing, simply assume that it hit an error it could not overcome. There was a fatal memory leak or something. Repeat after me. Dankovsky tried to walk over a rock. Okay. That's what happened if I suddenly disappear. Hazelduff, thank you so much for subscribing at tier 1. You've subscribed for 3 months. That's really, really cool. Hello to Wolfog, or Wolf OG, maybe, probably. 288. Hello, Mr. Fishy. Hey, patapatatyo. Jim, good to see you always. Johannes1110. Hello to CEO de Antifa. It's an honor. I've waited so long to meet you, and you're finally in my chat. The Brown BR, hello and welcome, and thank you for subscribing with Prime. Likewise to Tactical Wookie, who says, I feel gross having Prime, but at least I can give it to you, makes it feel less gross, lol. Shield Baden and Mark Salmons and Hazel Duff and Disco Detective and Master of the Art, hello, 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 hello. Hey to Nikki Agent and Charlie T, hey Charlie, good to see you. And Disco Detective, as well as Waluigi Fuck, and Glue Ghost 99. Hello, welcome. So before we begin, a bit of a immediate downer on the stream. So I have had to increase the goal of my donation bar. This guy here. By £200. I need to add to the money that we're trying to raise for this month's expenses. Which we were already trying to raise for various ongoing personal crises. There keep on being more of them. I love my life. I found out today that my dad probably has up to a few weeks to live, probably about 2 weeks to live, could be as few as a few days. So I'm trying to raise like a couple £100, as well as the money I was already trying to raise, because this month is a bit of a catastrophe. The back end of this bar is still so I can take Nat out for a delicious, succulent Chinese meal for her birthday. The most of the bar is still to help us just pay bills. Additionally, I need to pay for voice lessons, but now, yeah, I need to go up and visit my dad. I haven't seen him in a while. He's in a home, and, yeah, I just need to go see him, because it might be my last chance, and I feel kind of rotten about it. Anyway, I just wanted you all to know, because I tend to say, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider paying for the stream. You can subscribe, watch here, or donate directly using Command Tip, and then I go on for a little while about what donating with Command Tip would do. I need you to know that's what it would do. It'll help me out, and I especially want you to donate with Command Tip today, because if I can do that, then I can do that, and I can go up on Monday, and that will be good. Anyway, so you're all here to watch me suffer and have a bad time, and I'm sure everyone is feeling great about that now. I am genuinely excited for Pathologic. That was a bit of a mean joke, and I want everyone to know I love Pathologic. I love to suffer in Pathologic. I love taking emotional damage in Pathologic in the video game. Thank you very much to Hazel Duff for gifting 2 tier 1 subs, and Shield Wall Space for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Drewbug, Emery Glass, Adelaide Plays, Majestic 12, Richie Ing Peace, great username. The Useless Teammate, and Yokio. You all are now subscribed at tier 1, which means you have cool and sexy and popular making emotes, which when you use them, people will go, fuck. Did you see that chatter just now? What? Did you see that? Did you see the emote they just... Whoa.
No way.
What?
Holy shit.
Are they subscribed to Sophie?
Oh man, God.
From Mars? What?
Real goofy.
I just, when I see a chatter with really good taste in emotes, it just does something to me. So, congratulations to everyone who that's just happened for. Shieldwall, thank you very much for tipping £10. And let's dive into the game. Let's find out what it's like to play Pathologic Classic HD. I think I'm going to have to be doing a lot of reading out text, which is kind of annoying. Oh, fuck, it's loud! Oh, it's too loud! Immediately terrible. Hang on a second. Okay, I might have to use my volume mixer. And it crashed. Cool. Okay. So it crashed, so that's good. Let's just turn the desktop audio right down. Holy fuck. Literally labeled as someone just tipped £300. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I don't know if I can express very well right now what that means to me, but it means a lot, and I hope you understand. Thank you, sincerely. Also, Wolf OG tipped £5 and said, I hope it helps, and it does. Everyone, it always helps. Thank you so much. Thank you to someone. Immediately assaulted by rats. Yeah, so many rats. Okay, let's try that again. I turned the desktop audio down. Hopefully... the rats just want to be friends? Yeah. Oh, it's so loud. Oh, fuck. Okay.
It might just be the rats.
What, the rats might be what's crashing the game?
No, I mean, no. That's not too bad.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Alright, let's try and set up the actual stream part now.
Allow me to remind you that an epidemic of unknown origin has already eradicated...
Okay, so it's not showing the game on screen. That's good.
...in the northern part of the country. The cause and circumstances of these tragic events
remain
uncertain. There is a lot that we cannot explain yet. It appears as though the plague has a mind of its own.
Okay, let's try and troubleshoot this. Great game capture. Specific window. Pathologic.
The most precious aspects of our existence. The sand plague
still nothing.
Fastidiously, and the same principle
still nothing. Jesus Christ.
Surprisingly, we've yet to hear a single word from the powers that be.
Okay. Hey! I did it! Thank you so much, people who just donated. I really appreciate it, and it's already made a huge difference. Also, to AceCat1006, who donated £35. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, it's beginning. It's properly beginning. Here we go.
I love you.
I love you too, baby. The fabled powers that be. Me and my band. Vibes. Raw sauce.
Raw sauce.
Vibes.
Sauce.
Vibes.
Raw sauce.
Sand plague. Burying a doll.
Yo! Theatrical metaphor.
Thank you, Kerry Magic, for donating £5. Paying the rat price. Thank you, Kerry. I appreciate you paying the rat price. This kind of goes, actually.
This slaps.
Like, we're joking about it, but it just kind of goes.
It's like a Russian take on, like, early 2000s, like, hip-hop import sounds.
Yeah.
During, like, the early to mid-Putin era. And resultantly, it's, like, CD rip, like two-step beats.
So, that just plays before the menu. I thought we were just diving into the game.
Nah.
All of that was just before the menu. This game... The thing about Pathologic... About Pathologic 1... that struck me every time I've tried to play it. And by the way, the longest I've managed to play Pathologic 4 before this is 46 minutes. I was timing myself, and it was a crash, to be fair, that made it stop. But it was the... Yeah, it was the fact that it crashed, and I did not want to try again. Pathologic 1 is barely a game. No, the thing about it is that it's like a masterpiece and a so bad it's good game. Like... Pathologic could easily have appeared on one of DJ Mule's Trash Bingus streams. Easily.
Pathologic is just how Anna Slusky sees the world. It's not problem,
Please.
Only situation.
Please. Okay, I just wanted to change that one there. This also goes, actually. Basically, all of the soundtrack just fucking goes.
It slaps.
Okay, new game.
So, it's all about trickery to you.
Okay.
Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our
Oh,
hands
I'm
are no
bobbing
longer
around
tied.
so much.
Where are we?
You're gonna get
Well.
nausea.
The muscular contraction is there. Names are already inside of them. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What is
Brechtian theater, anyone?
space? It's stuffed. So it's not real?
I'm walking to the vibes. Yeah, that is what it is.
It has started yet.
The walking is like that because your character can hear the soundtrack,
It's definitely
and they're just like,
We need to perform sectio transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided.
okay, Tori.
Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles.
Actually, Changeling, direct action is based.
Please be quiet.
See?
You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to
Can you play
believe
the
you
old
when
man
you keep
sentence?
lying to yourself? The truth is my
Kinda.
shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medicum mortal ad hebe.
Don't you go all bossy
Oh,
on me.
Bernice, the car was already on fire when I got
You
here.
act justly, but your justice will blind
Daniil
you.
Dankovsky mod where he's Yell Maz from Friendly Geordies. I could see it working pretty well, actually.
Step aside.
Miss, I can't help with the plague today.
Hands are
Comes back with the chicken box.
Comes back with a box of chicken and a kebab.
You will inevitably do harm.
Jim, thank you for dipping £5 and saying direct action for the win. It's true, and you should say it.
I'm not running
Neither
anyways.
of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll
I'm
get along
playing.
well. But there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only
Interesting.
God will show you the right
He was
choice.
struggling with it, fellowship.
Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funisumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I
He's
can
such a
see
jackass.
You're full of hate.
His every, like, fifth
Stuck
sentence is
on
in
objects
Latin.
Breathing. I can heal it. It can be healed rather than killed.
Set in the arrow,
You
right?
mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word. That's exactly what will happen.
I mean, I know. I've played Pathologic too, babe.
No.
I'm already
We
aware.
won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Okay.
Off we go then.
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
Although, that said, I've played Pathologic too, and Burak and the Changeling are actually capable of getting along. It's just Dankovsky who's a piece of shit. It is purely Dankovsky who sucks. Oh. It faded to black and I assumed that it was just done, but it was just the lights going out on the stage. Okay, so do I... Oh, okay.
Great headshots.
Alright. Well. Okay, lads. We know what we're here for. Let's go.
Daniil Dankovsky,
Yes.
a Bachelor of Medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate.
Oh, no.
Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted
Okay.
by the powers that be.
Oh, no.
Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement.
Is Daniel a Tory or UKIP? No.
Arrives in the town.
Daniel would
As he
almost
seeks
certainly...
room on board,
I'll wait until the monologue is
a
over.
girl called Eva Yan, and stays at her place till dawn.
Daniel would almost certainly vote for the Lib Dems.
Yes, I was gonna say.
Because... you knew right
I
away.
knew right away, Lib Dem.
Because... What the fuck?
It's the HD version.
Because Daniil is... Oh my god, I love this game already!
Sim's character looking ass, man.
Daniil would almost definitely vote for the Lib Dems because he's an awful technocrat who thinks that, like, objective truth and scientific reasoning can be applied to like, create the perfect, like, technocratically controlled population. He thinks that experts can and should rule everything.
He would also definitely trade in certain benefits for the 5p bag tax.
Yes, he would. Specifically, actually, I can pin this down. I can pin this one right down. Daniil would vote for the Lib Dems under Nick Clegg and fully go along with the coalition with the Tories. Furthermore, actually, Daniil would just be in the coalition government. Daniil would be, like, the MP for, like, Long Stratton.
Richmond.
Who gets in with the coalition with the Tories and just sits idly by while they're just, like, slicing poor people's lives to fucking ribbons and be like, I've succeeded in government because he introduced the 5p bag tax. He'd be like, I'm saving the world from...
Sorry.
He'd be like, I'm saving the world from climate change because I introduced the 5p bag tax, the 5p plastic bag tax. Meanwhile, like, data would show that 100,000 extra people had died under his administration who weren't predicted to die before it. And he would not care about that. Okay. As of today, my mission Let's try again. Let's just do that one over. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation. It was a penis joke.
What?
I
missed it.
The foundation of modern thanatology and challenge the existent notions of death itself. I feel like Daniil is someone who'd use the word extant, so minor critique, the game fucked up that one. However, even if this undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for effrontery... Okay. The game got me back. That's Sophie 1, Pathologic 1.
Russian game developers should not be given access to a thesaurus.
I mean, it's very in character. It's specifically him. It would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. Okay, that's the mission. Today's quest, nothing. Other tasks, nothing. Okay. Day 1, by the end of which the Bachelor finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. Awesome. Awesome. We're gonna fight the Hulk. What's this? Can I look at anything?
This is HD.
Yeah. It's HD, but like the 3D models have not been updated, which is fantastic, and I love that. Just an open book on his bed, that's so good.
They just retextured it.
I guess so. I don't know what the oh, okay, that opens my menu. That's helpful to know, I guess. Okay, I think items, like, the door seems to be lighting up when I can interact with it, so that's how I'll know, I guess. Okay, alright. But I should be able to open, like, wardrobes and stuff. Oh, it's Eva Yan.
I had a feeling you would come.
Me too. She's just like me for real. Did the sounds from outside wake you up? There was a terrible groan, and then something snapped loudly. No, I heard nothing. Strangers in the backyard, by the pond, unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. Okay. Why do you think they aren't planning anything foul? Our population is so thin, crime is basically non-existent, especially here in the Stoneyard. Sometimes there are pranks, of course. Fights happen occasionally. People are young here, so they often go out at night. But we're a tight community, and now I hear unfamiliar speech. That's not a good sound. I'll go out and take a look, but I'm in a hurry. I must see this founding father of yours. Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man, even if he is a sorcerer? That's so sad. She's just calling you an incel. I love it.
No,
Babe, please fuck me.
Yeah.
I have to study the secrets of how to defeat death.
No, don't go out and try and prove your widely discredited theory. Just come and stay next to my wide-leg negligee. No.
Simon is a sorcerer. Did I hear you right? Is that the secret to his longevity? Are you in that much of a hurry? Do come round. The Kanes are asleep now. Take your knockabout coat off. Have a rest in my bed. This is her entire character, I guess.
It's just like saucy.
Well, this is good because in Pathologic 2, when you find her in the place that Dankovsky's staying at, like the first time, she's just like lying across the top of a chest of drawers, like fully just like, hey, like, and I was wondering what that was about, but now I'm seeing more of her character. I'm like, okay, she's just like this. This is just what she's just perpetually horny.
I love that, like, her character model and like the headshot circa 1998. I was like totally disjointed.
Buckle in for lots more of that.
Hi, I'm a character actor living in New York.
Yeah, you can use my. I'm gonna be in a blockbuster movie 3 months later. Yeah, you can use my headshots. That's fine. Like fucking $50. Fine, take them.
Take them.
Now that my laboratory is on the brink of destruction, my whole life's pursuit depends on that remarkable man. If he really has managed to live that long, his tissues will help me defeat death. Okay, let's go get this old man's tissues. And my enemy is inevitability. I'm challenging the forces of nature. God, Dankovsky's awesome. I need to warn everyone about this playthrough. I'm gonna be picking what I believe to be the most in-character answers for Dankovsky, i.e. him being a massive cunt every time, and I'm just gonna justify it as dudes rock, because dudes rock.
That's a dumb question.
What?
Does the clock keep ticking as you're having these like dialogues?
No.
Alright, you get a little break.
Yes. I don't understand. I can barely understand it myself. Could death only seem inevitable to us, but in reality be nothing more than a whim of the will that had shaped this world? That is the question. So where is the key to my victory? Dudes rock. Dudes fucking rock. It's not far. The Kanes live at the Crucible on Bridge Square. But could I please offer you a piece of advice? I need no advice!
No!
Go, and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back after... Hang on. Go, and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back after you speak to the Kanes. They'll probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I'll have some advice that may be of help to you if you need it. I'm unlikely to stay here for long, Eva. I will depart after speaking to Simon with or without him. Dudes, rock. Okay, that's the cathedral. That's the Crucible. Oh, okay. That's Simon Kane. That's me. Okay. How do I leave this? What? No. No! Those are just symbols. Please, no. There's just a hieroglyph in the corner of my screen, and it changes it to a different screen, and I don't... Oh! I can zoom! Okay, there's a zoom. I can move the map around like this. That's good, I guess. Escape. But no. But if I press escape, will I be able to get back to the map? I don't know. Okay, yes, it's M for map. Incredible stuff. Wow. I love that all of the town's art was bought on DeviantArt and then just printed and hung.
This has really big, like, 2011 alt shop vibes. Oh! No!
Oh, it's my boys.
The
hey,
boys.
Hello, boys.
They're back in town.
To kill you. Venerable Bachelor, please be so kind as to linger for a minute. This conversation won't take too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues, at least during the important ones, and our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know how to play, after all, don't you? Play? What are you talking about, Mask Man? I'm neither a gambler nor an actor. No, of course you aren't. You are a living, breathing man, as is evident from your conditions and statuses. You experience hunger, thirst, and fatigue. You suffer from pain. No, I don't, not me. That's actually an option. I just told him I don't. If I may.
Bones.
It's because the last thing he said was, and to make mistakes. So I was like, no. If I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy, Okay, I'm just gonna say, cut with the silliness, good sir. I can take care of myself. Halt! I'm going to have to teach you about the technicalities of the setting, the time and place. It's non-essential, but that's just how it is. The actor has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle and stumble upon the prompt box. That would be... I'm playing as Dankovsky. That would look mighty silly, wouldn't you agree? Speak. I'm listening. No. You're going to have to teach me? Aren't you forgetting your manners? My manners? There are different manners of life and thought, none of them mine. If everything goes awry, you'll get a chance to witness each of them. That is something you should probably try to avoid. As for now, please forgive my rudeness. I'm in a special position here, and so I have the right to be blunt sometimes. And who are you? An actor in a tragic mime show. That's unimportant. Will you listen to me or not?
No!
No. I'll do without your help. Awesome. Dudes rock. This is canonically how Dankovsky walks. He just has this. It is actually the gif from. It is actually the gif someone mocked up where it's Patrick Bateman walking along. Like he has his Walkman on and he's listening to the OST of Pathologic. Okay. Let's go see Maria first.
This town doesn't feel good.
Yeah, that's because it was designed by modernists. High modernists. Oh, hi modernist.
Yes.
No, I need to go back. How do I leave the... No, shit, fuck. I need to see her dress. Her dress is fucking ridiculous. Okay, whatever. We'll do it when we're done with the dialogue. You resemble an adventurer rather than a doctor. I am an adventurer. No, I'm gonna say that. I am an adventurer. I saw you in a dream. Don't flatter yourself. My desires have nothing to do with that. I simply saw you take us all by the throat. Cruel words. But also honest. What's so bad about it anyway? The strong manipulate the weak when they want to. Then it's all in my hands. That's the only dialogue option. You have to say that. She said... She says this social Darwinist shit, and you're just like, well, I'm the strongest person in the universe, so I guess I win.
The Samarov's wait is over.
I have a lot to tell you, Bachelor Dankovsky, but I dare not until you meet my Uncle Georgie. Otherwise, he'll rip my tongue out for disclosing a secret. I'm looking for Simon. I know, but you will have to speak to Georgie instead. They're twins, so you won't be too disappointed. Fine, where can I find him? Close at hand, just next door. Go to the wing that's closer to the river. The roof is shaped like a crown. I'll be back soon. And this is her dress.
Damn.
That's the dress.
She's got nipple covers.
That's the fit. Nat, you seeing this? That's the fit.
Oh my goodness.
The drip is immaculate.
That's a wild geef.
I just... She... All the mirrors are broken in the same way because it's really, really hard to do mirrors in video games. There's a Patreon exclusive video that H-Bomb made about the history of mirrors in video games, and it's really interesting. And one of the things he points out is that, like, it's fairly thematically appropriate for all the mirrors in the town in Pathologic to be dirty or broken. But, like, it's not always appropriate in every game. So, like, outside of this, it's very silly that you realize it's in every single game that mirrors are just always, like, fogged up or dirty. But it's because basically making a mirror is a really hard thing to do.
I love that the streetlights come on every time you leave a door.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Not,
That's fucking cool.
That's field of view rendering. So these streetlights think that my screen is this big, right? So they think that when they're here, they're not actually in my field of view.
But hold on, when you came through the door, they both turned on.
Yeah. And if I do this, this, I'm trying to get it exactly in the middle. There we go. Ah, shit. No one can see the other one because my camera. The one nearer the river. The one nearer the river should be over here. There's no run in this version. This should be an experience. Oh, God. Sophie, you're an inspiration. You helped me realize I want HRT. Yeah, I'm kind of an advert for estrogen when you think of it. I'm glad that you started HRT. Congratulations on being you. That's very, very cool. I'm really happy for you. Shell X. That's really, really cool. Also, cool username. How long have you been on HRT? Or have you? If either way, congratulations on realizing, because it's important. I guess this is Georgie.
Most men only die because they know not how to prevent dying.
No. What?
I mean, technically. I mean, when you think about it, if you knew how to not die, you would simply not die.
I am close to death.
No, a kid in my high school once said to me, when you flip a coin, it's always heads, unless it's tails.
What is that? It's correct. It's just insane dialogue.
I realized I wanted not done it yet. Good luck, Chell. I wish you all the luck and solidarity in the world. Someone here said Daniil gets winded when he opens the fridge. Luckily here in Argentina we have a cool law for gender identity and it shouldn't be a problem. Hooray! That's really cool. Congratulations.
Laws surrounding gender identity and adoption and surrogacy are all pretty based.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, most venerable doctor. It's great. I'm not reading all of this. Blah 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 blah. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, my consanguineous brother, the creator, keeper, and embodiment of all that surrounds us, has been murdered.
No, consanguineous brother. What are you doing? Sorry.
Consanguineous just means sharing blood. All brothers. Okay, that's not true. But all biological brothers are consanguineous. My guy! Georgie is built different, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Everyone, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider paying for the stream. You can subscribe or share or donate directly using Command Tip. And if you use Command Tip, you'll be contributing to my fundraiser, which is helping with expenses for the month. But if you subscribe, you'll have cool emotes you can use, like CIA Femboy and MILF Pills, and then everyone will think you're cool when you use them. He's just being inclusive, lol. Yeah, he's just clarifying as opposed to ex-sanguineous brothers. Actually, no, an ex-sanguineous brother would be a brother who had no blood. So that's not quite...
Bloodless.
which I guess, considering he's been murdered, he might be ex-sanguineous. We don't know. I can't believe it. It cannot be. Or, damn it, why did it have to happen just before I arrived? Right as I'm going to say this one because it's the most utterly self-interested. Daniil is about to say, damn it, why did it happen right before I arrived? I was going to win.
On the way over here, me and Alice were discussing what it would be like if you introduced your, like, all of your siblings and friends as, like, flesh person. Like, this is my flesh wife. Because it infers a wife that is not.
Yeah. Like dry bones in Mario Kart. It implies wet bones.
They're not wet bones. That's where all blood is made.
There are wet bones inside of you.
Yeah.
You can hide from your skeletons, but you can never run away from them.
Wait, has he just died?
Yeah.
Just?
Yeah, just before you got here, he was murdered.
Okay,
precisely. Why did it have to happen just before your arrival? Are you asking for yourself the same question? I hope you don't see any connection between my arrival and the murder. In fact, I do see a connection. However, I do not mistake it for a thought that it was you who murdered him. Well, at least that's something. Isidore has done more than he thinks. I have a lingering feeling that time itself is using uncontestable powers to further its own intentions. What do you think? Oh, I love this fucking game. Okay. I have a lingering feeling that time itself is using uncontestable powers to further its own intentions. What do you think? I'm no fatalist. Or, chat, you can pick. Categories like time, nature, and fate deprive man of responsibility for what goes on around him.
Fucking
I was
modernist.
taught to avoid this worldview.
Fucking modernist.
If anyone in the chat can point out something about these two statements before choosing, I would appreciate that. I love the utopians, they're great, yeah. The second is more on character. The second is more wordy, but I'm not sure it's more on character. Time is just a concept, stay woke.
I really want us to be we live in a society option.
Second, 100%. I'm gonna say I'm no fatalist, I think. No, actually, I'm gonna let you vote. Everyone, 1 or 2, just put the number 1 or the number 2 in chat fast as you can. What I wanted to point out about it is they are just the same answer. You're not like making any kind of meaningful.
It's the same answer.
Yeah, he's just either like saying he's no fatalist or he's like condescending to Georgie and explaining the concept
One of them is just like annoying undergrad.
He's either like, yeah, exactly. he's either just dismissing it, or he's explaining the concept back to the guy who just said it.
Yeah, like the professor hears you make your statement and is just like, anyway, and
Sir. Categories like time, nature, and fate deprive man of responsibility of what goes on around him. I was taught to avoid that worldview.
you didn't read the Foucault.
And then the lecturer's like, yeah, so if we look at Armenia, we'll see that by 1968, it could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you, dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. Why do you speak the word fate with such disgust? Why would you say that when you just dismissed the concept of fate in the last fucking Really? Even though we were uncertain of when you would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been a consequence of the actions he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which you're... So, okay, no, it's not fate, Georgie is saying. Georgie is saying he was bumped off by Big Death. Big Death did not want you to cure death.
Wait, he just died of natural causes?
No. Someone who has a vested interest in making sure death does not get cured killed Simon.
Russian-ass man I've ever seen.
I like that the 3 people we've met so far, right? Women dressed like Arabian Nights, fucking nipple indicators on the dress, and then the man we meet is just dressed like a Gregorian monk.
Yeah.
Like fully, he's called Judge anyway.
Would you like to sample my plum wines?
So you presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn, but why? Or my sincerest he wouldn't give his sincerest condolences, so to grant you victory over death. Was it not your ultimate aspiration? To help you, Simon seems to have played a very dangerous game with fate itself. He went out of his way to provide you with a body of evidence. If that is indeed so, I feel obliged. Do you want us to help, Doctor? Find the murderer for us. My brother Victor, who is in the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us, and the reward will not disappoint you. Okay. Indeed, it seems there are too many coincidences. Your brother's murder can just as well be called the murder of Bachelor Dankovsky. I will help you in every way I can. I'm gonna say this one just because he's literally found out this guy's brother just died and is making it entirely about himself. He's like, your brother's murder... Your brother's murder is basically my murder, if you think about it.
I'm so sorry for my loss.
I meant a lot to me. This is really fucked up. I'm convinced that if there is anyone at all that can help us solve this puzzle, then it is you. This mission calls for someone as astute and inventive as yourself. If Isidore was an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate intended for you personally. Do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. That would have been strange, to say the least. Okay. Yeah, let's go see Victor, I guess. Cool.
There's not a brain crease in this game. Actually,
Why can't I save yet? It's really annoying.
can you not save yet?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me interact with the clock. Although I'm kind of wondering if I'm using the wrong interact button in some way. Anna Angel's outfit is inspiring. Oh yeah, I can't fucking wait to see Anna Angel, honestly. Geez, does every trans girl have a Pokemon plushie? Yeah, they give you it when they give you the surgery. It's complimentary. Oh my god. Hang on, me? What the hell?
Is that you?
It looks just like Dankovsky. The famous Dr. Dankovsky, your arrival is a great honor for us. Victor Kane at your service. My pleasure. Raw sauce. I foresee that the things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate you for that impression. You know, our small community has fallen out of the loop. Time leaves us behind. What do you mean? I mean the traditions. Games that we play with passion will most likely be of no interest to you. The people you meet here may seem eccentric, naive, or even somewhat deranged. Please, oh god, it's Norfolk. Please, take it easy on us. Don't judge us too strictly. I hope we will be able to work in the atmosphere of mutual trust. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
The true way to be deceived is to think oneself more knowing than others.
Whoa. Whoa, dude.
Thank you, Plato.
How can I help you? Georgie has told me everything, which is to say he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account. Yeah, that's good. So you have agreed to help us? I have. May I ask why? The killer's goals seem to align astonishingly well with the goals of those who've been waging war against my work for years. Wait a second. So he is actually being pursued by Big Death. The Death Lobby is trying to shut him down. He's like, we can cure death, and...
Keir Starmer. I would ask the Prime Minister.
I mean... R.I.P. Geronimo the Alpaca.
Yeah.
R.I.P. that Deliveroo rider. We share a tragedy. I want to exact vengeance upon the one that robbed me and my work of a future. Or I want to solve a puzzle. I even like having so little information. It's a challenge to my intellect. There's really only one option I can choose here, I'm afraid. I'm prepared to answer any questions you may have. When was Simon last seen?
In the drawing.
He sent Isidore home. Then an hour later, he came to us to this town hall to this hall to see us. He announced his plans to withdraw to the focus and receive no one. He told us not to approach the focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Then, in the morning, he was found dead.
Why did he say food?
They only have meat. They only have beef. Could he have been poisoned? Why no meat or water? Our explanation is that he wanted to be mourned beforehand, as is the custom with the local people. This is very like him. So he knew in advance that he would die. I think between me and you, that is precisely what my brother Georgie fears. I can say nothing more about that. I'm sorry. Your brother was just murdered. He knew he was gonna die. No notes. How was the body discovered? The servants discovered him in the morning. The room had been ransacked. Everything that was breakable had been broken. His disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck was twisted, his spine broken, I think. No one has touched the body. It is currently inside the focus and will remain there for the prescribed amount of time. What's this focus place? It's hard to explain. It's his study, if you will. An extraordinarily spacious creative laboratory, almost perfectly sealed off, except for the door, that was visible at all times, metaphorically speaking. I don't understand. It's like an equation, or a mirror puzzle. Anyway, the murderer could not have been hiding there, take my word for it. Well, Simon did get in there somehow. He could perform far more impressive feats. There's a reason why the whole town revered him. Alright, so how can I help you? Tell me honestly, dear Victor, did Simon exist at all? Bravo, Doctor, there is indeed a spark of genius to you. Alas, yes, he did. Alas? It's not that I would benefit from his death. Alas, for that would be too simple an explanation. Simon well and truly did exist. That is exactly what's left everyone in disarray. It was so hard for them to accept his existence that the thought of his demise is now driving them mad. I am done with the Kanes. This family, bad vibes.
This is really what.
Okay. You are all his heirs. Wouldn't you all benefit from his death? Didn't the old man rather overstay his welcome in the world? I mean, he has a twin, so, like, whatever.
They all seem pretty wealthy, though.
Yeah. And they, like, built the town.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What do you want from me, then?
Raw sauce.
Oh, you're done with the Kanes? The 12-day-long campaign says something else. Fuck! Just take a look around. Trust your intuition. Every day when I'm walking down the street. Do whatever you like. Speak to whoever you...
Speaks in
riddles.
Elaborate allegory. And I say, hey, please buy my rats. Please buy...
Do you have a schmouder?
I would really like to leave.
Give me all your stuff, I've got a gun. Look for the murderer, Doctor, and you will find them. Keep looking till the last breath. I am sure your rational thinking will help you. So, Isidore is the only lead? How can I find him? I'll show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be an ordinary person. I can't imagine them even being a person. I fear it could only be fate, wearing the guise of a mysterious monster.
Please stop.
I don't believe in fate. Okay. Cool. Okay, I gotta get all the way over town to this house over here where Isidore Burak lives. I'm sure this will go well. Is there a different...
You're gonna go see the body, surely. Wait, is there a hole in that book?
No, it's just a picture. It's just a weird looking picture. He just has this. He has a portrait of one of the three fates. No, what are they called? Are they the fates? There are these women who are like really significant to the town's history on like a spiritual level. But the portrait he has of her makes her look like his anime waifu.
The busty face.
My guy just chilling. Bad vibes room. Okay.
It would be great to see a mod where they just have pictures of like Hatsune Miku.
Right. Cool.
Very normal.
Yeah, that's the Kanes for you. Very normal. If there's one thing to say about the Kanes, very normal. Hello. Women in this town. Okay. Let's go. Let's just go. Let's just fucking go.
It's weird to see a blend of all the different games that were like out at this time, right? Like there's a bit of GTA.
Yeah. Yeah.
GTA Russian Steves.
Okay, I know I should be able to go in that bin. So let's have... Okay, that just sounded a lot like the music that starts when someone's about to attack you. So I was just... Alright, can I look in this bin? I can look in the bin! Hey, an empty bottle. Scalpel. Oh shit, I have drugs. Alpha tablets, of course. Of course.
No
Dankovsky is carrying Brain Force Plus. He takes 2 before every recording. Meridorm, a painkiller. Right. Okay. Morphine.
God, if anyone would have a body pillow of his waifu in this town, it's Victor. Yeah, fully agree.
Water, a bottle of spring water from what? Okay, cool. Other. Empty bottle and kerosene. Alright, based.
Base.
Oh man, goddamn. He's carrying 3 different painkillers? No, he's carrying 2 different painkillers, one of which is morphine, and a tourniquet. So Dankovsky is doing great. My guy is here because they're shutting his laboratory down. He's had to flee to this town in the middle of nowhere because they're shutting down his laboratory because his science was just too powerful. Sure, my guy.
When I have a child, if I ever have a child, I'm not gonna let them like play any other video games other than this, and when they decide to play it, I'm only going to let them do it in 8-hour stretches.
It's like Desert Island Discs. The only game you have is Pathologic.
What the fuck?
He's drunk.
No, what's up with the icon?
Oh. Now that is weird. Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm swapping bandages for I'm trading him. What? The hell?
I think you click and drag.
I do not. My guy, can I have a bandage, please?
This is
one of the worst
Why does he look
deals.
so much like that guy who played Goblin from Spider-Man. What's his name?
Willem Dafoe.
No, the other one. James Franco?
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. Willem Dafoe, who's like also has like famously a big distorted face with enormous smile lines. So much so that he starred in a film called The Smiling Man, where he can't stop smiling. Who played the actual Green Goblin in Spider-Man, and not just Green Goblin's son. Don't take my vape. You're just taking my vape because your one died. You goblin.
No, I just prefer the flavor.
Okay, let's look in these bins. I'm done with this conversation.
No.
I'm gonna go back to rooting through trash. I tire of this conversation. I need no advice. I start just becoming Dankovsky in real life. 2 minutes into playing the game, I'm just like...
Haha, that's so funny, babe. Describe the series of events that led you to discover immortal life. Haha.
Love to piss. Oh. A watch. Okay. Alright.
Chat's funny.
Daniil was part of the Nihilists, but got kicked out for being cringe. I don't think the Nihilists would be in any position to kick people out for being cringe, to be honest. Oh, I got really fucking lost. Jesus Christ. I thought I knew my way around the town. I fucked this one. Alright, let's go back this way.
What's that tiny icon on the map?
Which one? That one?
No, in the corner, like next to the little big, yeah.
We will find out at some point, not now. Jim's picking me up on my role-playing. He says, would Daniil be picking through trash at this point? Well, the way I'm choosing to play Daniil is that he's actually being as pretentious as possible to cover for the fact he actually just had to flee St. Petersburg because he's a morphine addict. So, yes. My answer is yes. He's not trying to cure death. He set himself a deliberately impossible project so that people never check in on his research. And when they came in to check in on his research and realized he spent all the money on painkillers, he had to flee the country.
Daniel, I can tell you exactly what you have to do, and there's exactly 12 of those things.
The little girl in the sandbox is his sponsor. No, the fucking tragedy is his sponsor.
Yeah.
It seems like they're speaking in riddles. They're actually just quoting from the Big Book.
I love that headcanon, yeah.
Yeah, headcanon. Daniil is a goblin who just acts straight when meeting with authority. Yeah, I think that's more or less what I'm going for, yeah. Which I think will pan out more and more as the game progresses.
Oh, it's making me dizzy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bob
Ooh,
my
a
head
sewing
up
needle.
to, like... Oh, this makes it fine.
I'm just gonna switch the... What? I can't walk through... Are you fucking kidding me? I can't walk through these bushes. Fuck off.
Fucking CSM student looking ass NPCs.
I'm gonna just... Oh god, what has happened? No, okay. Oh god, alright. I'm just gonna change to the full screen camera as we bob in time to the to the walking. I love this game.
This makes it so fine.
I'm having so much fun. Oh, a bin.
This reminds me of when people sued Square Enix because they got nausea from Mirror's Edge.
Okay, everyone, you get to see the game again. Cool. So it should be this house. Oh, I can't get in. Okay, just can't get in.
Pokemon pathological crossover.
Fucking, okay, all of the streets are designed like a maze because they're high modernists. So high, they were modernists.
Dogs.
What about dogs? Just dogs.
Just dogs.
Puppy. Okay, gotta get around here. Okay, alright.
This is like Yerevan.
Stop saying that.
It's like Yerevan.
It's not like Yerevan. It's really not.
There's less G-class.
Wait, how the fuck? Literally, how do I get in this house? What the fuck is... Also, what was that?
Ooh.
Is it just the buildings creaking? Because everything's made of wood?
I think you do get attacked by the dogs.
Why do you think that? Anything I can do for you? No, thank you. I think I just walked past the entrance to the house before, and I'm just like... Joe says, I went to the Pokemon Center today. That's cool, Joe. How was it? Is this the door to the house?
We like Joe.
We do. Joe's great. How... Oh, God. That's locked? Okay.
Is that a G-class?
Okay, so I can't get in the house. So...
Wait, what about that entrance that you didn't try?
What do you mean?
Look, yeah. Look, so you tried that side, the side.
So I need to go all the way around here.
Around,
okay, yeah, let's try that. Okay. Why do you give me your hardest battles? Just walk in the house.
This bodes well. No, not that.
I mean, this is kind of the game.
Not that way.
Yes, that way.
No, kind of.
Oh my god. Joe, what did you get at the Pokemon Center? Everyone, please remember, if you're enjoying this nonsense, to consider paying for this nonsense. You can subscribe or cheer or donate directly using command tip. Yeah, I would advise doing it. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account, and then you can give me a subscription for free. That's right.
There's just two men.
Free.
There's two men, like, chilling.
Free. But I get real money, which is pretty cool. Okay, this is just two boys.
Welcome to the Van Graffs.
So, the boys are back in town.
They look the same.
Oh, I like this.
very normal.
Oh. All eyes on me.
What happens if you go behind them?
Now I feel like Yerevan.
What happens if you go behind them?
No, they just can't quite look that far. That's fine.
Do they have swastikas on?
What? No. They do. Oh, they do have armbands. I thought he was gonna get a knife out of his boot. I was genuinely. Okay. A foul murder occurred here this night. No unauthorized access allowed. Inspecting the crime scene is strictly forbidden until further notice. Who was killed? Is this a bad dream or something? Can someone wake me up, please? Whoever killed our only doc must surely be looking to get us all killed. Isidore could cure anything. He also knew how to make cuts or incisions, because he was a warden. He knew his lines all right. Like I said, it all makes sense. Whoever killed Simon took Isidore's life too, and this is merely the beginning. What makes you think that the lines? He knew the lines.
All right.
Yeah. You haven't seen Pathologic 2, but yeah, yes. Okay. What makes you think the two cases are connected? Or only the beginning? Only the beginning? What makes you so sure? Thank you, Jim, for the 100 bits and for saying nonsense. Murderous deal. Okay. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna.
See, this isn't murder.
Dust on the floor. Deceased had been renounced. Stepwalker. Hoof steps. Okay, that's wild. Walking stick. It's the Shabnakadir, the clay man-eater. Okay. The foul dung-eater. Alright, enough of this. Is there a person of a simpler mind assigned to work with the case? Or I want to inspect the bill. Dude's rock.
Do you want to count my creases?
We've been assigned to this post by Alexander, the head of the Savarov family. His house is in decline right now. Cool. But it's still powerful and very much respected. I would love if people just talked about like people with power in our society that way. But they were just like, yeah, Hillary Clinton, her house is in decline right now, but I'm probably still gonna vote for her.
I love to vote for House Medici at the regional elections.
Okay. You should have said so from the start. Alright, let's go to the Sabarovs. It's Sabarov time, my G. Time to hold the W key and move the mouse slightly every now and then. I love video games. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah. Push me.
Push me, swing. Push me harder. Push me into tomorrow.
Here she comes, the man-eater. How I'm trying to be, for real. Okay, it looks like this is the Sabarov house, and it does look like it's in decline, so, yeah, that checks out. Has everyone here seen House of Decline comics on YouTube, on Twitter? Also, this fucking door is a normal-sized door. Is meant to be a fucking normal-sized door. It has like a curtain behind it. It's got a glass front and then a letterbox, but judging from where Dankovsky comes up to on it, it's fully 12 feet tall. This is the door to someone's kitchen from the backyard. But it's 12 feet tall.
Have you seen the latest Dark House of Decline comics?
Dark House of Decline? Oh god. Alright, hang on everyone.
It's honestly incredible.
We're going on a stream derail, everyone.
I'm not entirely sure it's appropriate for stream.
Is Dark House of Decline like the more intense?
It's House of Decline, but they've just been doing.
Okay, I'm screening these comics before we have a look, and yeah, we'll just keep the pathologic tunes bopping. Oh my god.
That's the ending.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I need to go to media tab.
There's not enough pee-pee girls.
They did. You know, I made them draw pee-pee girls.
Yeah.
I inspired the pee-pee girls. For those who don't know House of Decline comics, they were doing like political satire stuff, and then they switched to just drawing comics about dudes with their dicks out doing funny things with their dicks, and. Like this. Hang on a second. Exhibit B. Hang on, let me move my webcam so everyone can fully understand what's happening here. And Exhibit B. I love this to this music.
So you know where to start. It starts with him watching antique clocks being repaired on YouTube.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I'll look out for. So House of Decline was doing like political satire stuff. They were doing like political cartoons, which are usually universally the worst thing you've ever seen. But House of Decline are very good at them.
They do the only good ones.
The only good ones.
Much better PP Girls than The Far Side.
Exactly.
But then, thank you. But then they were just drawing like comics which are always some dude doing something funny with his dick. And then they were like, I hope everyone's been enjoying all our comics about dudes doing weird stuff with their dicks. And I replied to them, they're good, but you should draw more comics about women doing funny stuff with their dicks. And it inspired them to just, every now and then throw in a pee-pee woman, and it's good.
You might have gone back beyond this.
I think I have.
Is it a pee-pee woman?
No, that's the other one. The other kind of
the
woman.
Other kind of woman.
It's not a normal woman. You don't have to look at that.
Okay.
That makes a lot of their stuff like not TOS. Okay. I feel like this is the beginning of their branching into doing Dark House of Decline.
Probably, yeah.
So then recently they've been doing Dark House of Decline. I'm just finding out from Nat. Dark House of Decline. They're just playing with some...
More horror shit.
Just some stuff, just some fun little stuff. Now it's starting to fit the music better, actually.
Yeah.
I quite like this. Okay, just a guy suffering. I like it.
A guy suffering more.
Just a guy who wants you to go away. A guy who needs some space, and then back to the dicks.
Classic.
Back to the classic.
That one is
All right.
Chat's
Okay.
gone completely silent.
All my life I've been very lonely. There was still an immense, unwavering hunger for intimacy that could not be sated by touch, carnal pleasure, or shared emotions. But what I wanted, I thought was impossible, to be truly cared for every part of me. On a night of particularly bad insomnia, I was joylessly clicking around online, looking for anything. That's when I found it. Antique restoration videos. I must have watched 100 of them. They awakened something deep inside me. Why do you think this might not be okay to show on stream? It gets gory.
Yeah, it is sincerely quite fucked up, but it's very good, basically.
Awesome. Okay. I saw these once beautiful objects restored to their former glory, disassembled, every component lovingly afforded its own dignity, and I knew that was what I always wanted, to become the modular man. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's antique restoring himself.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He takes his finger apart and puts it back together again and puts it back on. I was proud of what I accomplished, but it wasn't enough. Oh my god.
Is there more?
Yeah, I get
Oh fuck.
Wait, is it in the comments?
Yeah, some of it's in the replies.
He keeps going. Alright folks, I'm not sure I can keep on showing more and more of this. Yeah, I think I might not be able to show this on Twitch. Check out House of Decline. HAUS of Decline, or one word, on Twitter for a fun little time, I guess. Let's get back to Pathologic, which has no gore and no themes of psychological horror, so that's convenient. Alright. Wah. Wah. Okay. Continue. It stopped showing. Okay, it's back. Alright. Ooh, my boy.
John Waters?
John Waters and Christopher Walken got into the two telepods from The Fly, and Alexander Saburov walked out.
This Perspex is trying to...
But not in the headshot, apparently.
No.
Okay.
That hairline is deceptive.
Okay.
Good toupee.
Welcome to The Rod. So glad to be here, Alexander. Our meeting is quite significant in a way, facing the changes with open eyes. Turn and face the strange changes.
Don't wanna have the plague tonight.
Do you think we're on the verge of an especially unhappy era? No grim events have clouded our existence since last summer. The country has cured its war wounds. Commercial communications have been repaired. Astrologists expect nothing else. Cool. My guy is in charge of the justice system of the town, and he's like, astrologists say everything's gonna be fine, so don't worry. Do you hold astrologists' opinions in high regard? Oh, let's pick out a Daniil Dankovsky answer.
What's the vibe right now? Let me just consult the innards.
Sometimes they have to. Are you an astrologist? Daniil's not going to say that. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to, sir? I'm not going to say that. The movement of the planets has an obvious
effect on our life.
Oh, hang on. Daniil is fully zodiac pilled. He no matter what you do, he does believe in astrology.
Yeah.
However, I do not think it's humanly possible to gain any profit from that. Wow.
Ronald Reagan. Movie.
Wow. Sometimes I have to. Are you an astrologist? I am a ruler. Astrology can be very curious, but I cannot allow it to influence my decisions. I have to act according to factual circumstances. Would you agree? Definitely.
No, I can't stand it much longer.
All sorts.
He means talking to Daniil. Okay.
Do you have any weapons? You need a gun.
I was actually invited by Isidore, so I came to meet with him first and foremost, but now it turns out that he's been murdered, yes. Looks like the murderer is always one step ahead of you, doesn't it? The same one that took Simon's life too. At least that's the conclusion suggested by the information at my disposal. Same pattern, same signature. Were there any traces? Look, I haven't been there myself. I'm quite content with interrogating suspects, especially since we already know who we're after. You can join the hunt, by the way. I can describe his features. Who is it, then? You wouldn't believe it. His own son. The fellow came back after being away for quite a while. His father had sent him to study surgery when he was but a greenhorn. Quite a lot he's learned, huh? A wandering scholar turned evil to the bone.
Is that you?
No, that's the second player character you can be, Artemi Borak.
What? Harry Specs.
Yes. All of that just to grab the inheritance. Wait, how did you figure that out? Or, so what, did Isidore leave a fortune? Thank you, Jim, for the 100 bits. You know what? I don't believe it. I have no idea yet. His belongings are being evaluated as we speak. It's not about money, though. The steppe people's idea of airship still come... Fucking took off my glasses, immediately can't read. Still comes with those ancient connotations. Tribal ethics. The next of kin not only inherits things, they inherit knowledge, fate, power. Such motive is incompatible with a student of medicine in my mind. It's in their blood. Oh well, the outlaw will show his true colors soon enough when we catch him. He'll explain the motive himself. How did you find him? In all honesty, it's hard to explain that to an outsider like you. Do you believe in such a thing as clairvoyance, bachelor? No. Well, you should get to know my wife then. Oh. Or better yet, those who have already had opportunities to witness the power of her prophecies. Former doubters first and foremost. Rationalists. She's got something to say to you too, by the way. So your wife called out Isidore's son specifically? Yes, she made a 47 tweet thread.
Yeah.
She was like, Artemi Borak is extremely problematic, and here's why. 1 out of 47. And then at the end, it's like, in conclusion, that's why I think his behavior has been riddled with microaggressions for years, and he probably killed his father.
Artemi Borak delenda est.
So you do have rationalists in the town, except for me, that is. There are very few good analysts in our town. Everyone is more or less superstitious here, except for one Yulia Lyuricheva, perhaps, a most level-headed and reasonable person. The only person to remain skeptical about Katerina's talents too. Without a shadow of a doubt, she has her own picture of events. She always does. What is this Yulia? Exactly the person I need. Nice. Okay, cool. She's on the map.
I will restore the order here, rest assured.
Do you have any weapons?
What? Okay. Alright. No, I've just finished distributing the remaining weapons to patrolmen sent to the Bone Steak lot. Awesome.
Come down to the Bone Steak lot. We got fresh fire grilled gammon steaks. We got semi-automatic weapons.
We captured a 30-foot tall bull, and we carved that sucker up, and now we got steaks for the whole steppe.
We got steaks, we got bone marrow, we got crackling, we got horns, we got Kalashnikovs. Come down to the bone steak lot, where everything is 50% off!
We're just giving it away!
Where can I get weapons around here? No one in the town owns real weapons. What little they have is old, refitted, makeshift, and mostly non-functional too. I doubt anyone in the town would dare fire a shot without my permission. Nothing of the sort has happened in a few years. Your effort is commendable. Alright. Right, let's go see Yulia.
Okay, so it's not like Yerevan at all then.
See, why can't I save right now? Oh.
That's really concerning.
I know, it's really bothering me.
Is it because you basically can't fuck up the first day?
I am wondering. I don't know if like I need there to be a... I'm just gonna start...
The escape menu?
I'm gonna just start like... Oh, you can just save. You can just save! Fucking hell, I thought... Okay, in Pathologic 2 you can only save at the clocks. That's why I was trying to do it like that. But you can just save. That's chill. Alright, no worries. Alright. Yulia, my beloved. Yeah, people seem to really like Yulia. I didn't talk to her that much in Pathologic 2, but when I was talking to her, everyone in the chat was going absolutely fucking sicko mode. They're just immediately like, Yulia! Right.
My sweetest darlings, would you like tea?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Matt, would you like a tea?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll go make one in a minute. Milk?
Wonderful. Thank you. Yes, please.
Okay, I'll go do that in a sec.
Prepare to turn the save scumming up to 11. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. If I can save without, like, going to a clock...
The fuck is that?
It's time to go sicko mode. Probably because Yulia has hinted at being a lesbian. Ah, okay. Okay. Okay.
Has she got a cowboy hat?
A woman who loves women and maths. I cannot object. Where's... Am I here? Yeah. Yeah. Should dumpster diving Daniil be robbing buildings too, or is that not a feature in this pathologic? He will definitely be robbing buildings because he has no respect for the regular inhabitants of the town, but only once shit goes whack.
He only respects you women.
As soon as I fully intend that as soon as the shit hits the fan. Oh my god. Okay. Awesome.
The post-Soviet vibes.
As soon as the shit hits the fan and like it's fully plague time, Daniil in my playthrough is just going to be robbing all the poor people's houses, but he will be respecting all of the rich people and working closely with them because that's very important to his character arc. So I hope everyone enjoys watching that for the next like 10 weeks. Oh no, she looks sad.
I should let some fresh air into the room.
I
don't feel like it.
Oh, she's really depressed.
I could do this thing that would make me feel better, but I'm too sad to do that. I seem to have lost any capacity for observation. My mind is out of tune. Things no longer add up. Before, I had no trouble forming a trustworthy tessellation at almost imperceptible contingencies. But now, I simply cannot get my head around it. Could it be that I am dying? It happens when people are tired. You probably haven't slept for a while, have you? Yes, it definitely means you are about to die.
Don't say that.
Or, so 1, the step error is way too thick. I think that's what causes it. 2, it happens when people are tired. You probably haven't slept for a while, have you? Or 3, yes, it definitely means you're about to die. Chat, 1, 2, or 3 in the chat for what you think I should say. When I said about robbing poor people's houses, someone said, he is a Lib Dem voter after all. Yeah, absolutely. He's a Lib Dem MP, so robbing the poor to give to the rich is absolutely on the cards.
Mythos, could you write that down?
As far as I know, the pictures on the wall are by artist Mythos, who is the concept artist for this game, and also trans. Holy shit, that whips! Alright, 2 seems to be winning so far. Oh no, I've got several 3s. Yeah, 3 is winning. It's time to say you're about to die.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, check my email.
Okay. Is this so? If I die, the universe would not notice my passing. Oh my god, she's so depressed. But what if there are people who are the walking embodiment of the law by which events are connected to each other? What would happen to the universe if any one of these people were to die? Was Simon this kind of person? Yes, beyond a shadow of a doubt he was. I see.
What?
So you have traveled all the way here only to find that both people you wanted to see were brutally murdered? Is this how the story goes? I do hope that your visit is not in any way related to these most unfortunate circumstances. I have to find whoever it is that killed Isidore and Simon, and I wanted to ask for your help. Saburov told me you have a gift for all manner of investigative inquiry. Or, I doubt I can do it on my own. Tell me plain and simple, what do you make of all this? Or, I've yet to meet anyone who can help me in the slightest way to find the killer. Or, do you like Eva Yan? I'm gonna ask, do you like Eva Yan?
What's the artist's name again?
Mythos. Meethos. Very much. It wouldn't be much of a stretch to say I absolutely admire her. Weird, I expected you to have a different opinion of her. She dons the mask of absent-minded promiscuity, but this pose has nothing to do with what she really is. I'd be happy to be friends with her, but she does not understand me, and rightfully so, considering her eminence. I can't believe my ears. Sooner or later, a fervent believer may emerge from within her, dissolving her completely in the object of her adoration, after which she will probably kill herself. I'd rather talk no more of that. What? What? Yulia, what are you saying right now? All right.
This girl is a changeling.
Okay.
She's not the murderer.
Oh my god. Have to find whoever it is that killed Isidore and Simon. I am certainly no better investigator than you. I never had a chance to search for a murderer before. The best I can offer is to fill in the blanks with whatever mysterious supernatural entities seem most fitting. Shabnakadir is the simple man's scarecrow. I would have followed a different narrative. What kind of narrative? Consider the circumstances of his death. They say Simon had locked himself up in the evening and consequently died in the morning inside the mansion, in a chamber with some peculiar name. In this case, I would suggest that Simon was poisoned. By the Kanes, I would have thought. But I know their family all too well. Their mutual loyalty is only rivaled by their arrogance toward anyone who is not one of them. They hold the princely sage who stands at the head of their family in highest esteem. They believe that a single dishonorable act will tarnish their name for generations to come. I doubt any of them would have stooped to this, no matter whether they wanted to or not. Alright. Poisoned, how did you arrive at this conclusion? I don't believe you understand what "he died in focus" really implies. Do you know what the Kanes refer to as focus? You don't seem to grasp the semantics of the term. These are the Kanes for you. These kinds of innuendos are their forte. Well, what is this focus then? The focus is anything but an abstraction, quite the opposite in fact. It is governed by mathematically rigid regularities. You see, no one but the owner of a focus may get inside. This can only mean that Simon had brought the killer with him, or rather, within him, since no physical object may be brought into focus either. How do you know that? Who doesn't? The Kanes... Who doesn't? The Kanes are notoriously passionate about all manner of synthetic anomalies. They will never pass up the opportunity to devise a Kunststück. Oh, nice. A Kunststück that would allow them to warp space, challenge physics, or manipulate optics. Metaphysically, a focus can be compared to a camera obscura. Do note that the name is not unfitting. No, it is entirely impossible for someone to get inside. Well then how did the servants discover him? I don't get it. This game rocks. This is awesome. Anyway, a curious conclusion but an incorrect one. Simon was disfigured and bleeding. His bones were broken. Is that so? Well, this does introduce a different perspective. Did you say Isidore was the last person to see Simon? The question is, who did he see before? The sun had not yet set when Isidore returned from the steppe. However, he came to Simon well after midnight. The question naturally arises, where did he spend the missing few hours? That is why I'm trying to trace Isidore's steps. I want to walk the same route. Don't get me wrong, though. How do you know all that? I think you fail to grasp the entirety of your predicament. The rumors spread like wildfire here. One of the children saw Isidore come home. They were waiting by the entrance, eager to hear a step story or two. So the prosecution of Isidore's son is based on the testimony of a child? That is what Saburov claims. Was Isidore seen by Saburov by any chance? He was. He warned Saburov of an upcoming storm. Alright, let me suggest then that while he was in the steppe, he saw or learned something that he wanted to report to all three ruling families. In this case, either of the Olgimsky family should have been on his itinerary, especially since Burak was one of their own men. Really? Definitely. The Bull project, from the abattoir to the railway, is controlled by the Olgimsky family. If Isidore's discovery had anything at all to do with the kin, Isidore would have certainly relayed it to Vlad. So do make sure to pay a visit to the Lump. That's the name of the Olgimsky mansion. Another fitting name, wouldn't you agree? Thank you, Yulia. What would I do without you? Awesome. Awesome. Yulia rocks. I'm completely sold. Everyone was right. Yulia's the best. Okay. That's the Lump. Cool. Great. Love this game. But when will I start getting able to raid people's wardrobes? Oh shit. I just like cutting it out of the drop. Okay. Oh, that is a bad looking child. The kid says, "Wow, that's startling. What's wrong with you?" Ah, jeez. Alright, I'm gonna trade with this kid. The kid has shotgun shells, that's good. And revolver ammo. The child is just carrying ammunition.
This kid looks shook.
That's all that he's carrying is bullets and shotgun shells. He probably wants these nuts, though. Can I do that? Would that work as a trade? Can I trade? I did it! I have bullets now! Would he want any of my other stuff? Like this razor? No, he wouldn't want it. Alright, that's fine. Cool, I have a bullet. Am I going the right way? More or less. Okay, folks, I think I'm going to take a 10-minute break because I've been going for an hour and 40. I usually take a 10-minute break at 2 hours, but since I took a break from streaming, since I took a little streaming hiatus, and since I've come back, I've been trying to be a smidge more healthy with my streaming. Just a smidge. Nat is nodding like this from off screen. Okay, I've been trying to be a smidge more healthy with my streaming. So I'm going to take a 10-minute break now at an hour 40. I'm going to try not to stream too late tonight. I'm going to get a good night's sleep. I'm going to pray and meditate. It's all good. I'm being a healthy gal. We love to see it. Where am I now? I got to turn down there. And cool. I'm going to just Cheer 100 bits. Did I tell you I found a 9mm round in my hotel room by an airport just outside of DC? No, Jim, you didn't tell me that. That's incredible. Just in the hotel room? Fucking hell. Was it spent? Or was it... We'll have to hear it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just fill up some bottles. Alright, that's all I've got. And then I'm gonna... Nearly there. Okay, I'm gonna get to the mansion, and then I'm just gonna pause there. In the hotel room under the couch. Awesome. Fantastic. I'll send you the picture. Please do. That's hilarious. Kind of troubling. But very funny. Alright. What? Oh god, why is it so hard to get into buildings? It's because of modernism. It's all modernism's fault. God damn it. Goddamn modernism. Okay, I found the way into the lump. Alright, cool. Yep, that is a 9mm round. Thanks, Jim. Wild scenes. Alright. Saving. And I guess I'll just leave it on this wild music, since I don't want the timer to tick over. So cool. Gonna be back in 10 minutes. Everybody, please remember to drink some water, stretch your legs, take any medication you need. Just generally take care of yourself. That's what I'm doing. Okay, see you in 10. Hey everyone, we're back. It's time for more Path of Logic. Whoa. Oh my goodness. So, I hope everyone had some water during the break like me. I hope everyone took any medication that they needed to, like I've done today. I hope everyone had a little personal crisis and had to lie down to deal with some feelings, just like I did on the break. That's good. I hope everyone's doing just peachy. Let's play some more Pathologic. Let's just do it. Let's just fucking do it. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's a boy. It's a cheeky little guy. It's a worm man.
It's one of those guys who just looks like that.
It's one of those guys who kind of just looks like that, and that's just how they look because they're at some point someone in their family fucked a bull.
Is that why?
That is why.
Really?
Yes, they are pot bull. Someone fucked a bull. Yep.
Are they well?
The dudes who look like that? They are better than the people. They are extremely physically powerful and cannot catch the sand plague.
I can't breathe. Not enough air.
He's just like Alex Jones. His neck is too thick and he's not getting enough oxygen. Alright. Bachelor Dankovsky, of course. Who else could be so dapper? I've heard quite a lot about you. Have you taken a look around? Be sure to check the state of industry around here. We have our own ways. Me speaking to the mayor of any northern city. What is the current state of your industry? Complicated establishment with thousands of years of history. With 1,000 years of history, a special approach is required to control such a colossus. See where I'm getting at, emissary? I can either say it would be pointless to object, or but no, such business always leaves room for improvement. I thought I misread the first bit. And I thought he said it would be it's a pointless subject. But no, such businesses always leave room for improvement. I can see we're really not seeing eye to eye. The project is special, very special. That means common standards do not apply here. That would be very naive. All right, you're probably right, or we'll come back to that, or. Okay, you've probably mistaken me for someone else. I have nothing to do with your enterprise.
Lucky people are bad hands at correcting their faults. They always believe that they're right when fortune backs up their vice or folly.
Okay. Back on track won't be an easy task. I'd like to inquire about the fate of my colleague, Isidore Borak. Alright, the manner of his death to be precise. Or how do you think Simon died? Let's ask about Isidore Borak. What are you implying? What is this manner you're talking about? Be so kind as to mind your own manners. I had nothing to do with it. Don't they say Isidore was murdered by a steppe demon? A Shabnakadir? There was that thingy, a talon they fished out from the wound. Right, a demon. Why didn't I think of it straight away? It was so obvious. Dudes rock. Dudes just fucking rock. Vlad talking about how OSHA rules don't apply. Genuinely, I mean, the dude... the dude just hates his workers. We need to break up Big Vlad and get back to small local Vlads for local people. Right. Big city man is full well. Capitalism. 1,000 versts away? What's a verst? Hang on. Fucking hang on a minute. Hang on a gosh darn minute. The hell is a verst? Is that a real thing or is that a pathologic thing?
It's a Russian.
A Russian measure of length, about 1.1 kilometers. Today I fucking learned. There we go. A Russian measure of length, about 2/3 of a mile. Huh. So 1,000 versts away. Okay, fair enough. Learn something new every day, I guess. The more you know. Let's get back to Big Vlad. Let's get back to lobbying for Big Vlad. I apologize for the sarcasm. Is your money where your mouth is, though? Wow.
That's so fucking
Yeah. It's hard for you to believe, isn't it? It used to be hard for many. Take my boy, for example. A scoffer, if ever I've seen one. And now even he believes it's real. He went off his head a bit. You're in the steppe now, esteemed sir, eastern and backwards. The dead rise from their graves here, clay dummies dance, and bulls talk. I mean, look, I'd love to object, but I've played Pathologic 2, and I had a conversation with the bull, and I just can't, so... does he know the steppe well, the son of yours? How do we catch this creature? Does he know the steppe well, that son of yours? He rubs elbows with the rabble, the butchers, Odong, that's the worm people, shepherds and gatherers, learns their tongue, collects their legends. He doesn't keep them in check at all. They even dare to come visit him within the premises of the town. If you see a worm creeping through the streets, he's definitely looking for my son.
Is worm like the slang horrible for Odong?
Yeah.
Are they treated as like subhuman?
Oh, they're very much second-class citizens. Yes.
But they're just as intelligible.
Oh yes. They're just the native people of the region. You're just processing some stuff right now.
So the bull human hybrids were there, and then like Western like Slavic peoples then colonized.
You're getting it. There's a whole history to Pathologic. It's all very, very intentional. There's also so the Odong, who Artemi Borak is very much in touch with their traditions, and his position as the Haruspecs has a lot to do with their way of life. They do live alongside other, and always have live alongside other native steppe peoples who are fully human, and they have this big communal mindset where any individual is a lesser part of the whole, and their life does not matter compared to the life of the thriving community. And they lived with the herd, and their butchering of the herd in the abattoir was just their way of life, and not for profit. It was just that's how they lived. The enslavement of them for industry and profit by Olgimsky and others is a much more recent thing.
Right, so they just were cattle farmers.
Yeah. Yes. For the good of everyone. For the good of everyone who lived in the community, right? And they would pray, and they would dance, and they would have their own theater and all this stuff. And then, right, it became, again, enslaved by industry. I think that Dankovsky is not just rubbing elbows with the bourgeoisie and in with the capitalists here. I think that he's very consciously pseudo-czarist.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of like turn of the century czarist imperialism.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whereas
but also post-Soviet politics.
Oh, definitely as well, because he also is rubbing shoulders with the modernists, right? With the bureaucrats. It's a very conscious thing that that Dankovsky is a big city boy.
And the state
and
of
so
crisis, the entire thing is a state of separation from
right.
the Occidental imperial core as a point of decline.
Right.
And you see the chaos around you. And
the superstructure exceeds the infrastructure.
Precisely.
So we're here out really far in the boonies,
yeah.
right? And everything is fucked up. There was a huge war recently. In Pathologic 2, the war is just still going on. There was a huge war recently. Everything's fucked. The industry's in decline. Loads of people have died. And now there's this fucking plague. And no one cares to help them, not in the slightest. And that's why the interfering powers that come from the core of the nebula, right? Their solution to the whole thing is just to quarantine off the town and shell it from a distance, to just wipe out the disease with fire. I think that the game's position on the Soviet Union is very much examining it as a massive failure of modernism first and foremost. And so that's why Dankovsky's alignment with the modernists in the aristocracy of the town is kind of indistinguishable between whether they are
like bourgeois capitalists or whether they are apparatchiks.
I'm really gonna watch H-Bomb's videos again.
You gotta watch the video I make about this. H-Bomb doesn't talk about the fucking politics of this at all.
Yeah.
I mean, like he has like one line about it in 2 hours. But like.
And talks it like about it like more of a generic survival game.
Yeah, absolutely. But like Artemi by contrast, like it would be a mistake to look at the very communal living of the Odong and of the traditions of the steppe and the fact that Artemi is in with them and think that Artemi is some Soviet communist. He is not, right? Because they much more represent the peasants, who obviously had the worst time of anyone, except maybe Jews. You know, and I think that that's very conscious here, is that like they are out here in this completely agrarian place that has its way of life, and then it has the superstructure of capitalism imposed onto it, and then it has the superstructure of modernism and of utopianism imposed onto it, and then it has the superstructure of whatever else imposed onto it after that as well.
It's got all of these, like, it's almost like they're not even like commenting on a specific like historical precedent within Russian Russian political history.
Yeah, it's not even a specific moment.
They are like actively identifying the kind of like.
Yeah.
It's like we were watching in that Putin speech about Armenia, about how they were achieving what Ivan couldn't.
Yes.
Or like they have completed Ivan's mission or whatever. It's that idea about there being like a set of long historical missions.
Yes.
But the structure of Russian politics.
We really got to listen to October already.
We do, yeah, we really do.
There's a really good bit that's about like one of the conquering czars. Like there's this legend of how St. Petersburg was founded, where like one of the conquering dynasty of czars just like rips a fucking strip of earth out with his sword and is like, here I will build a grand city. And it's like, it's very much that idea that there's this like this nebula construct, and like where they've come out from the imperial center, they're imposing that will onto everyone, but they already have their own way of living.
Exactly.
And whoever's doing that, no matter what their project is or their ideology or their framework, it's always wrong to do that.
Like, either whether it's the expansion east after the Kiev and Rus, or it's the like the re-imperializations under Ivan, or it's the like Russian Empire and the turn of the century events, or it's the like Soviet expansionism, or it's socialism in one state under Stalin, or it's like the post-Soviet like defense and economic agreements.
Yeah.
There's like a recurrent sense of almost expecting by default that all of your superstructure will extend. It's like the superstructure will always extend beyond the infrastructure, and that is how the concept of a Russian Empire is always framed, because there doesn't. It's like, I don't know. Like there seems to be some fundamental misapprehension. Like.
And this is what I want to get at with my video, is that this is reflected in the physical architecture of the town. Like, H-Bomb does comment on that, the fact that it's like, it's got no specific moment and it's all in this like bizarre state of flux, and there are these huge modernist blocks, right, very Soviet, and there are also these like very Victorian or Edwardian looking townhouses, and there are mansions, and there are old like tribal huts. But it's like there's the commonality of the same problem in everything. The same problem in everything is the fact that everything is designed like a fucking maze to deliberately fuck with you.
Exactly. So you've got this kind of like what's his name? Bussy man.
Debussy, yes.
There's this Debussyan like.
The monocephalic city. Everything winds back towards the center.
There's the monocephalic nature of the space around you, plus the inherent precedent for Russian imperialism to inherently involve the superstructure exceeding the infrastructure, because it's picking up off the last attempt or last like epoch of Russian expansionism.
Right.
And the game is like poignantly aware of that.
Right. But here's a really crucial thing. The contrast that they make between the body, which is flexible and contains semi-permeable membranes. I'm so excited about the the video. I'm glad. The body, the organic body, contains semi-permeable membranes, right?
Yeah.
So think about those bushes I tried to walk through earlier. We could see through them, but you can't walk through them.
You can't, and that's what's quite amazing about it.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know. I'm just really enjoying the fact that.
My point was.
Yes. Sorry.
That in the town when it was just the Odong and the other native people to the region, right? They would just live in their places, and if you want to walk from one person's house to another fucking person's house, you just walk there, right? And if there's a bush, you just walk in between those bushes. But everything is constrained here. So the monocephalic city can be compared to like the bull, right? We compare the town to a giant bull, and all of its streets, all of its like main roads and its little alleys and its little like winding hedge mazes are like the veins and arteries of the bull. But with a semi-permeable membrane, you should just be able to move in and out of different systems of the town and flow throughout it like a tiny little cell, right? But you can't do that because they've laid down hard infrastructure to try to constrain the natural shape. So
I completely concur with you. My main objection would be that the monocephalic structure of the city is undermined by the fact that there are multiple competing centers.
Yes and no. In Artemi's playthrough in Pathologic 2 at least, although the creator considers Pathologic 1 to be the same ideas but a failure of communication, so we'll see how that goes when we get to Artemi's playthrough in this. Artemi goes through this like dream quest. He gets fucking high and he jumps into a cave and he goes on a vision, right? And he sees the physical beating heart of the town. Like he's actually walking through arteries and veins, and he sees the heart, and he sees the tesseract, the polyhedron piercing into the heart, and it's drilling ever closer to piercing the heart.
That's the thing,
right?
because the entire town's built on, well, there's that in one of the end states of the game. I don't know if it's the Harrospex's version.
Right.
A fundamental re-loring of the end of the game, which is opposed
it's
to the
a
one
bull.
that the Bachelor had. It's a giant bull.
Yeah.
And I just think that there's...
To comment on that, it literally draws from the blood of the town.
Yeah.
Like the way you cure the disease as Artemi is to go into a big well where all the bull's blood and the Odong's blood and the native people's and everyone else's blood has like pooled together from the abattoir.
Yes.
And that means that all of their antibodies and shit has mixed.
Right.
And so you get this like super serum of inoculation.
Yes.
Right. And so you're literally drawing from the lifeblood of the town.
Yes.
But I think that like...
Whilst contributing awful diseased blood to it.
Yes, right, absolutely. But I think that what's really interesting here is like the disease they're dealing with is the constriction itself. Like it's the people who've tried to impose rigid structure on the town who think that they treat the heart as this monocephalic structure, right? Everything should come back to the heart. It's the most important bit, right? I don't think that it's different cores. I think the core is more or less ultimately the same. It's just that when you try to say, this is the most important bit, you're missing the wood for the trees. And that is the fundamental problem of modernism that James C. Scott points out, is that you're trying to regiment everything and say this is the control center through which everything can be controlled, right? Like the monocephalic structure of the town, at least in Pathologic 2, I need to explore it more here, always goes back to the town hall where like all of the big decisions are being made, and every day you have to go back there for your like orders and your rations. But
can I make one more?
I'll finish this point. But like, and that's, you know, absolutely analogous to the beating heart of the bull of the town and the lifeblood. But like, the fact that blood cannot flow through it freely, that people cannot like, it cannot act organically and restructure itself as it needs to, that's what's killing it.
That's a brilliant interpretation. I can't wait to see the video, which you should all check out. But I'm also wondering if, in terms of the presence of the worms, of the Odong, there is a reflection of a spatial concern for reverence and avoidance of land in the way that a lot of modernist projects then avoid.
Well, it's not just that they look a bit like a worm man, right? What does a worm do? It eats decaying carcasses and shits it out and turns it into soil. Fertile soil that things can grow out of.
So it's like a land management component.
Yeah,
although
it's a
butchered metaphor here, but yeah.
Sure, but butchered, haha. but that's what the Odong do. Like they continually chop up the stuff that's in front of them and contribute it back into the organic system of the town.
Precisely, yeah.
Right, but these people are a parasitic structure that's sitting on top of that.
It's the denial of it's the modernist denial of space to concern itself with the occupants in a fundamental land management way
But
as well.
check this the fuck out.
Okay.
When you get to the end of Pathologic 2, and you go to the top of the polyhedron, all of the kids are up there, because only children are allowed in the polyhedron, because it's this space for play, it's this space for imagination, it's this space for lofty utopian ideas. You go up there, and when you talk to all of the children, unlabeled NPC characters, they all have quotes that the entire development studio, different members of the development studio, contributed to give their opinions on the game. There's one person who's just really jaded and is hundreds of hours of work for us, a few hours of fun for you. I hope you're grateful. Stuff like that. Other people who are reflecting on the nature of life and wanted to contribute something else, and it's like yearbook quotes. They're all up there, right? But the placement of them, also them as children who get to play at the top of the polyhedron, the thing that
5 years of my life, several hours of your leisure.
There you go. Also, by the way, several hours, it's fucking dozens of hours of awful suffering.
You received
Fuck
a fantastic question about borderline personality disorder as well. We should check that out.
We'll check that out in a sec. The fact that they've placed themselves, giving their commentary on the game at the top of the polyhedron, which, it's very easy to interpret as just this evil thing, right? If you're sympathetic to Artemi's perspective, if you're sympathetic to the worms, if you're sympathetic to not this fucking guy, right?
Yeah.
Who's obviously an evil fucking apparatchik dickhead, right? Is the point of this guy.
The figure of the apparatchik in modernism is this recurrent, almost like a fucking symbiosis fish.
Yeah.
It's sort of they exist in the town so long as the town is a thriving ecosystem.
Right.
It's like he says, you know nothing of them.
Right.
You know nothing of my management.
Right.
The process is esoteric. The process of capital is esoteric. The process of my rendition of what capital needs to do in this town is esoteric. Ignoring the esotericism that's actually happening all around it. Sorry.
But it's really good because, again, in the constantly in flux metaphor of what they've got, the mishmash of architectures, Olgimsky is both the capitalist boss of the people. He's also because he's got all his workers barricaded up into the blocks, but also he's the manager of people living in a big grey Soviet bloc. He's definitely an apparatchik. Yeah. So he has a place. So the game is saying he has a place in capitalism and in Soviet communism.
Does Olgimsky manage the abattoir in the second game? Oh, okay. Pieces falling into place.
Right. Okay. And what was I going to say? Yeah, with the developers posed as children playing at the top of the utopian ideal that the most absurd, most esoteric, most ridiculous architect in the town has wasted his entire fucking life making this impossible thing which cannot stand, this ridiculous creation, right? It's very much that the polyhedron is the game, right? And a lot of the things in the game are the game. The theater is also the game and stuff like this. But they play with the theater as being this kind of auteur theory interpretation of the game. So Mark Immortel, who puts on the play in the game, is very clearly the guy who originally conceived of Pathologic, and then the children up there, they are the developers, right, in a different kind of interpretation. But I think that placing them up there is making a statement that this imposed superstructure onto the town, although deeply harmful and poisonous and parasitic, also allows beautiful and incredible things to be born.
It's the seeing this. It's the achievements of Soviet. The achievements of social Soviet republics in the museum underneath the Mother Armenia statue. The Stakhanovite vision, the modernist Stakhanovite vision imposed on it. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
It's like you get to go to space, right? Yuri Gagarin.
Yes.
But you do burn up in a little shuttle and die.
You get to go to space, and when Yuri Gagarin lands back on Earth, he's found in a turnip field by local peasants.
Yes, fucking absolutely. And and those peasants are like working their entire lives, giving their blood, sweat, and tears to apparatchiks who are completely indistinguishable from the landlords they had before. Right. But Yuri Gagarin gets to go to space.
Yes.
And these guys get to make a video game. So who can really say if it's bad or good? But like, I think this is interesting because it does pose a point against, right? Like James C. Scott's leaning, which is kind of anarcho-primitivist.
It's not just seeing like a state, it's talking like a state, it's walking like a state, it's projecting responsibility like a state.
Like, I'm really keen, especially, I'm going to play the whole of Pathologic 1 through, but I'm especially keen to check out Dankovsky's playthrough because of anyone, he is doing the most seeing like a state. Like,
and look at his eyes, he's fucking knackered.
Like, Dankovsky loves to chat with dudes like this more than anything, whereas with Burak, like, he's resentfully dealing with these guys. He hates dealing with these guys.
Yeah, he reluctantly sees like a state. And the reluctance within seeing like a state is ultimately the like hubris which is fundamental to this.
Burak is incredibly like mission driven and will just deal with the patients in front of him. That's why he wants to cure patients, not vaccinate them. And that's why ultimately he doesn't support the like quarantine and shelling of the town. He's like, no, we should tear off the structures that are not allowing us to just cure people right now.
It's like the Svetlana Alexievich.
Yes, he becomes incredibly anarchist pilled.
Yes.
Honestly, Burak should have never gotten a shotgun in his playthrough. He should just start making Molotov cocktails. It would be entirely in line with his character, and entirely in line with all of his game mechanics.
I'd love to see Pathologic 3. You're like the Bachelor, Haruspex, Changeling, Svetlana Alexievich.
I think that it's. I most want to interrogate what Dankovsky's role in all of this is, because he rubs shoulders with the bourgeoisie / bureaucrats / modernist utopians most of all, and in there somewhere there has to be an idea that the utopianism is doing something, right? I mean, Dankovsky wants to cure death. Like, he wants to do something incredible. And if it's going to be done, it's only him who's going to do it.
We'll get back to this, I'm so sorry. There's a French modernist socialist from the 1800s whose name I've completely forgotten. It completely eludes me right now. But his precedent was that, like, the modernist vision, the extension of socialism through complete management, will see the oceans literally turn to lemonade. That all things are possible through, like, regimental reorganization of space on a fundamental level.
Right, and instead they're getting turned to acid and boiling.
Yeah.
Which maybe is a part of the limited military operation to lemonadify the oceans.
Yeah. Talking about Pathologic is the real Pathologic gameplay. Yes.
Sniff, sniff.
Ideology.
Okay. Ari Anon says 100 bits. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Ari. Hello, Sophie. I'm working on my first ever video essay, which is on BPD, and it's inspired by your old video on it. I think it deserves a new leftist BPD video to take its place. Thank you very much, Ari. That's really lovely. Would you be okay with me quoting you when you talk about your experience with BPD at the beginning? It's about a paragraph. Ari, I have no problem with you using clips from the video, doing whatever you want, quoting it, showing it. It's not an issue of, like, I have my stuff unlisted. I didn't delete it. I just unlisted my pre-transition stuff because I find its presence on YouTube to be eerie. I find it unsettling. And so I don't like receiving comments on it. It feels like being haunted, right? I don't like.
There should be nothing.
Yeah, I just don't like when people leave me comments on my old Wolfenstein videos where I had a line about, like, if I could stop being a man, I would, but I can't, right? Like, I don't like people pointing out that line. I don't like people leaving comments and being like, holy shit, you look so different. It's like, yeah, I know, but, like, leave me alone. And, like, unfortunately, people just can't stop fucking doing that. Honestly, now that I've, like, stopped checking my comments so often, I might be able to relist them. But yeah, in the meantime, I really don't mind people quoting the video, using clips from the video. Someone the other day got in touch with me and said that she'd released a book that was, like, about mental health and about, like, finding avenues for people to be able to get help. And she cited the video at the end of it, and she wanted to let me know. And yeah, and that's completely fine by me. Don't worry about it. That's my policy for any of my old videos. It's completely chill. yeah, it's only the people leaving the comments that like I find quite bothersome. But like I said, I don't really check the comments so much now. What I'm considering doing, maybe. People also leave lovely and thoughtful comments engaging with stuff really nicely as well. That's the problem. Anyway, what I'm considering doing is, like, before one of my next big releases, unlisting everything. Sorry, relisting all the unlisted stuff, and then releasing my new video so that, like, the most recent thing in, like, notification feed is still, like, my most recent video, and people don't have to, like, mistake that I've released something new and I'm actually re-releasing something old. And then just kind of not checking the comments for a while, basically.
Master of the Art, could you please remind me of the name of the theorist who came up with the lemonades and oceans into lemonades idea?
Okay, let's play some more Pathologic, yeah?
Alright.
Okay, cool. Okay. He rubs elbows with the rabble, the butchers, Odong, shepherds, and gatherers, learns their tongue, collects their legends. Yeah, young Vlad is awesome.
Young Vlad!
He's great.
Yeah.
Lil Vlad.
Oh man, goddamn!
If you see a worm creeping through the streets, he's definitely looking for my son. Okay. What's wrong with visiting him within the premises of the town? They're dangerous, they're aggressive, and they hate everyone. Racism. Everyone who isn't a steppe person. They'll jump you and kill you on the spot. Maybe Dankovsky they will.
Maybe this guy.
Maybe this dude they would. Maybe they should. There's actually a bit in at least in Artemi's playthrough. There's a bit, at least in Artemi's playthrough, where you can just basically let the Odong find who's responsible for their suffering, and like the first person they'll go after is old Vlad, and it's like, yeah,
he gives me such bad vibes.
He's meant to. He's the king of bad vibes.
He gives me such I inherited a fleece in the North Sea vibes.
So what of your son? Perhaps you could tell me more about this creature. So your son knows who the murderer is. Perhaps you've given shelter. Perhaps you're even giving shelter. I'm not going to say that. So what of your son? Perhaps you could tell me more about this creature. Hold your horses. You want to talk to my blockhead? No, you have nothing to talk about. He's not here, thankfully. I don't want you two to meet. You heard me? These are tradesmen's words, and I'll stick to them.
I hate my son. I hate my son.
I hate my son. He's a sissy. Don't talk to him.
A man after Slavoj Žižek's heart.
I won't leave it at that. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go find his son. How do you think Simon died? I don't think he was murdered. How could he who craved monocracy not perish? He couldn't, not in this place. Balance requires equilibrium. So Simon's course of action contradicted yours. Come now, what I'm saying is when someone takes too much upon themselves, they always end up ground down. That's how life works. Yet they say Simon was the one to bend the circumstances, not the other way around. No one seems to doubt that. Yeah, I also want to point out that Olgimsky's mansion is called The Lump.
Yeah.
Like, young Vlad is still capitalist, more laissez-faire than Big Vlad. Oh yeah, I don't genuinely love I don't genuinely love young Vlad. He's better than his dad, but like, you know.
If he's the Apparatchnik, I can't wait to meet the Oprichniks of this whole situation.
He lives in a mansion that's called The Lump. Right?
His house?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
The Kanes live in a sort of semi-detached mansion, like a mansion, like an estate with several buildings on it, called the Crucible. And so it's like there's this fantastic, deliberately mixed metaphor to the town, where like Vlad, who is attached directly onto the organic part, right? He manages the abattoir. He lives in a manor that's called The Lump, and obviously part of that is that he's, you know. I mean, it's a bit of a fat-phobic joke, but like, you know, he's this greedy parasitic entity. Another part of it is that he is kind of cancerous, right? He's unhealthy to the organic growth of the town. He's a lump. He's a troubling discovery. among the town's organs. Whereas like the Kanes, who are these high modernists, they live in the crucible. They're like forging new things constantly. It's them who help to create like the structure of the town, but also the polyhedron. Whereas Saburov, who's in charge of the justice system, just lives in the Rod because he just beats people. Jim, thank you so much for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the channel. Action Reef, Adam Warlock, Scared Julia, Pat Peas, and Howlcat. You now all have tier 1 subs, which means you can use exciting and cool sexy emotes like CIA Femboy and MILF Pills. Congratulations. Right. Simon's lived a very long life, very long. He was a worthy man, but long doesn't mean eternal, does it? No one is to blame for his death. Examine the body, you'll see for yourself. It just happened. It just kind of happened. Don't worry about it.
I'm getting into the big blank now.
Okay. You're getting sleepy.
You're getting real goofy.
Okay. Kane won't let me examine the body. Well, that is temporary. A family tradition. He's not lying to you. He truly believes Simon was murdered. Were he to admit that Simon simply died of death, he'd probably go to his last home himself. The shock would be too much for the man.
Do people have the horrible death that Simon had just from the disease?
No.
Right.
Yeah. But we'll get to examine the body later. That's strange. Georgie Kane didn't appear sentimental to me. Okay. I'm done with this guy.
Peace!
It's an interesting one, especially because... Okay, I can't put up with this music. It's an interesting one, especially... What just got added to the map?
You got three locations just got added.
No?
There's like circle things.
The mansion called Stillwater. That's Eva Yan. That's the Kanes.
What do the red hands represent?
I don't know. Maybe the murder investigation? I'm gonna go back and see the Kanes because I need to examine the body anyway. Oh, hello. Do you want to talk to me? My heart is crying for my poor children. How are my dearest doing? Is everything all right? Oh, women's share is hard. I agree, babe. Everything will be fine. No, I'm gonna make him say man's share is harder. No. I'm sorry. Dudes rock. She just left. She's just done.
My guy.
Oh. Oh. Look at him go. Whoa. Whoa. He's so funky. Okay.
He's so juicy.
That's a spicy boy. Their run cycle in Pathologic 2 is even better.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. They sort of have a Vince McMahon thing going on. Like they're just like wobbling around. Anyway. Alright, let's go talk to the Kanes again. Men's share is harder is such a Daniil quote. Yeah, it seriously is. Don't you fellas hate when you simply die of death? Yeah, I mean, my personal belief is that JFK's head just kind of did that. Which is the scariest conspiracy theory of all, because it means the heads just sometimes kind of do that.
Where were you when JFK was shot? Everywhere.
The Dr. Manhattan answer.
What is death?
Time, fate. These are all concepts.
No, seriously, why were you up there with a rifle?
Standard username oh whoa says no wait, go back and follow the worm. The worm's gone. The worm is it's too late.
Wormy worm.
I can't actually load that save. Let's do it. Oh my goodness, is that me? I guess that's me. That's cool.
Real juicy.
Doing this with my hands.
Doing jitsus.
This is Daniil's stand. Oh my god.
That's my stand.
Okay, boy. Let's see. What you gotta show me?
Come on, juicy boy.
Come on.
Let's go a different way.
Whoa.
Juicy boy,
Whoa.
take 2.
Hey. Whoa. Yeah. Push me.
Push me, sway.
Push
me hard.
Push me into tomorrow. Look at him go.
Time is gone, head is gone, chuck yourself, fuck yourself, useless information holding up the useless.
Where are you going? Look at him go.
Think about peace, swallow my peace,
Where is he going? Another thing I think is really interesting about how Burak interacts with
Don't follow the boy!
I will. He's not that fast. I can catch up with him.
He's extremely fast!
He's slower than me, and I'm only walking. Here he goes. There he goes. There he goes again.
Waddling through my town.
Ah! 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 Oh my gosh!
You're yelling!
No! Run! Dankovsky, get away! Who told me to follow the worm? I'm so mad right now. No!
He's so mad!
Why did you do this to me? What the fuck?
He's still coming. The music's still playing, he's still coming.
I know, I can't handle it. It's really freaking me out.
Go
You get
towards...
chased by spiders in the ground.
Why did they do this to me? Where is he?
Oh, he's there!
Ah! Oh god.
Seriously, wait till you get chased by spiders and drowned in. You don't know fear.
No!
Ah! Fuck. Oh, that's really bad. Ah!
Just get out of there.
Where is he?
He's made of bull.
This man is 90% bull. I will not win this fight.
Get the fuck out of there.
I can't believe I'm a stooge. I can't believe I was epically pranked like that. Why did you...
Who said to follow? Who the fuck said to follow?
Someone is in trouble.
Who the fuck was that?
Someone is getting timed out in my chat
said
right
follow
now. Wait, no, go back and follow the worm.
Who said
Standard username Owo, you're getting timed out for your crimes against the chat. How dare you? He led you somewhere. I promise that's what you're supposed to do. You fuck.
How long's the timeout?
5 minutes.
Baby, we love you.
Oh my god, that was my heart. Oh my Jesus fucking Christ.
But apparently it's what we're supposed to do. Like, genuinely supposed to do. Like, maybe we need to follow from like a safe distance. Like, we need to tail him.
Let's perform a stakeout on the worm.
Yeah.
Oh my god. My heart is going so fast right now.
That's what happens when you stalk dudes. Yeah.
I mean they're not wrong. This has been a PSA. Don't stalk dudes. It's a stealth remake of Assassin's Creed.
I swear to God, I think I just lost life.
I just took morale damage. Okay, I've gone back to the place. I've gone there ahead of when our boy will arrive, because I've gone directly there. I'm gonna have a little look inside.
Is this no? So I'm surely. Wait.
Ooh, a guy. Ooh,
There's a type
a
of guy
creepy
here.
boy. You found me here? Oh well, I'm not surprised. I suppose you're not too surprised at the fact everyone knows about you either. The rumor of your arrival spread like fire.
So
Why have you
To
come?
follow the worm.
Oh, it's Vlad. It's literally Vlad. Fucking Vlad told us if you see a worm going somewhere, he's going to my son. And we just found his son right away. Okay, I'm gonna untime out. I'm gonna untime out standard username.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
standard username.
alright, standard username. You're allowed back. I'm removing the timeout. Okay, I'm no longer mad. I'm no longer mad. You're allowed back in. Okay. Fuck. 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 Jesus
You got
Christ.
juiced. You got juiced.
Why have you come? I've come for some sightseeing. There was a peculiar incident yesterday by the spleen.
What the fuck is the spleen?
Areas of the town are named after parts of the body. The children were playing in the mud, as usual, but
the
then...
worm showed you Vlad, and he showed you these hands as well.
I'm gonna follow this worm. Damn, this worm got hands. I'm gonna follow this Wrigley boy. Damn, Wrigley boy got hands. Why does Vlad the Younger look like Harris Bomber Guy? Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. The children were playing in the mud, as usual, but then suddenly they ran away from the sandbox. The sandbox was full of mud, I guess, and the parents noticed that their hands were smothered in blood. However, none of them were wounded. Neither were any of them surprised. Such things happen all the time.
No, they don't. No.
Such
What's
things,
the solution? I want to know the rest of the story. What's the solution to
Such
the
things
puzzle?
happen all the time. Mud box, shield wall, if I might correct you, blood box, apparently. What's the solution to the puzzle? When the worried adults came to the place where the children had been playing, they found nothing unusual there, only sticks and stones. What do you make of it?
Your children play peculiar games. They probably dug out a dead cat.
Your children play peculiar games.
I can't stop. Oh.
Nice to meet a person of a skeptical mind. I am Vladislav Ogimsky, the younger one, of course. And you are, of course, Daniil Dankovsky. Yes, that is me.
Where did those lazy bastards go?
Bachelor, I have news for you that should prove to be of interest. You seem to be looking for the killer, right? You are mistaken. I am not looking for any killers. Dankovsky can just choose to be like needlessly contrarian. He can just be a bell end to everyone all the time. All right, I'm listening. I'll have to briefly explain a few things to you. Have you already been told what the termitary is? No, I haven't. The termitary is a huge bunkhouse where the Bull Project workers live, although living is the wrong term for it. They nest. They're nesting as a commune with a rather simple way of life. It could without reservation be called savage.
Or broke.
What is the Bull Project? Thank you, Jim, for gifting a tier 1 sub to standard username OWO. Standard username OWO, please accept the sincere apologies of the community. You were only trying to help. History has exonerated you of your crimes. Okay. It's the whole industrial system of the town, from the abattoir to the goods station. Would you care to listen as to why I wanted to see you in the first place? Very much so, please go ahead. Let's get to the point though, then.
Vlad the Younger has a goatee in his photo.
And in the game. It's just blonde, so it's really hard to see. His face just looks kind of dirty.
He's blonde in the... He's just not in the...
Yeah.
His hairline's not fucked up.
A shame. Let's get to the point then. A case of pointless, aimless unrest has occurred in the hive mind's nest. The workers are prone to lashing out from time to time like beasts frightened by a storm. Everyone is so racist. Anyway, they rage, they howl, they gnaw at one another. An unsightly image of mass uprising. Okay.
Then why is it...
Okay.
Right. Is he talking about the worms still?
Yes.
But the worms are... Wasn't a worm going to him?
Yes.
Why?
Well, he does try to make friends with them. It's just that he is also the son of the Vlad we met a second ago.
So he's a lib dem.
Yeah. yes. There is great scope for Vlad the Younger and Daniil Dankovsky to be best friends. What does this have to do with Simon's murder? And that is exactly what's going on there right now, isn't it? Yes. Precisely. And why are you telling me this? Riots occurred in the termitary several times before. The mob goes crazy for a few days. Then they calm down just as unexpectedly. All of them at once. The sudden calm is just as void of reason as the unrest that had set them agog previously. Having a certain experience with the kin, we simply block the entrance to this zoo off until the riot defeats itself. Woof! What is this kin? The kin is, well, it doesn't matter. It's hard to explain. Their whole so-called society. The many-headed biology.
Okay.
Many-headed, you say? Very well, let's get back to the subject. We usually lock them up beforehand. The evidence of an upcoming outbreak of mass lunacy becomes obvious in advance, and the termitaria's Father Superior informs us of it. But Father Taichik has recently passed. A curious coincidence, don't you think? Mass anarchy? Anyway, a member of the kin managed to run off into the town while we were busy taking measures. How did he...
Dankovsky's a moron. Like, I love that you're doing a detective quest, but the quest is clearly just wrong. Like, everything you're finding out is just bullshit.
Yes. Yeah, it's very good to play. I love to play games where the detective in charge of an investigation is just a dumbass.
Fuck.
How did he die? How should I know? A disease, most likely, or an accident or something. That is beside the subject at hand. A disease? Could be a flu or a hernia.
It's piss! No!
I don't know what caused his death, and frankly speaking, I don't care. When one of these ants dies, the rest loot bits and pieces of him, burying what's left afterwards. Are you asking out of professional curiosity? Sort of. I think you and I can help each other, Doctor. You were looking for the killer, and I'm sure it is a runaway butcher. The title of a half-man suits him very nicely. The Kanes claim that Simon had not been killed by a human hand, don't they? Our family doesn't need unnecessary unrest in the town. This butcher can babble devil knows what. His mind is most likely clouded with insane ideas. So you'd rather he kept mum about what is happening inside? Or, why is your family so concerned about public order? Because we are rulers. It has nothing to do with charity, trust me. We are in charge of production, after all. If the unrest becomes serious...
fucking honest.
I mean... Yeah. If the unrest becomes serious, the factories will stop. The project will stop failing. And we have contracts. We would lose money. I'm surprised I have to explain this to you. This is also, like, this is again a part of what I mean. Like, do we think these periods of mass unrest would happen if they were just living... doing their cattle farming like they used to? No. They wouldn't have a mass riot and smash everything to pieces, because they would have a constructive community way of resolving like big issues within their society. Wasn't there a detective in the Lovecraft TTRPG who can't lose sanity because he's too stupid to realize he's witnessed an eldritch horror? Yeah, I mean you can play that build very easily. It would actually protect you very well. Where do I look for this runaway butcher? Or, I understand, so you don't want the runaway to spread unrest among the already scared townsfolk with his words, right? You are correct. They barely know how to speak, but that only makes it worse. Half men, half beasts. If they start preaching, you feel as though you've encountered a doomsayer. I need this butcher to disappear. Hand him over to the Kanes or simply kill him if the beast attacks you. The reward will be hefty. Okay. Where can I find him? He is most likely being harbored in a suspicious house. That's in the crude sprawl, yes. My father is a man of rather hard-handed disposition and quick-tempered to boot. If he finds out the crude sprawl is concealing a fugitive, he will make a mess. Pointless brutality serves no one. This dude is such a libdem. I'm looking for peace rather than blood. I'm telling, this dude is fully Kissinger pilled. He is commissioning like a surgical operation to like take out the troublemaker to quell the mass unrest. He is fully enlisting Dankovsky as his personal CIA.
Bad boys.
I'll do my best to make sure you're right. Show me the house. Okay, we've got a house. We're gonna do a hit. Yeah.
Katerina thinks Claire is a messenger from heaven. Yeah, right.
The second one down's pretty good.
Did Isidore visit you last night? Tell me the truth, please. Isidore did pay me a visit, but don't ask what we talked about. I have no right to share that with you. Right, I'm gonna ask you one more question now. Your answer will determine whether you and I become friends or enemies. Well, I'd rather be your friend. Go ahead. What did you talk about? Tell me the truth, please. Isidore said, note that I'm merely retelling it secondhand. He said there's an epidemic in the steppe camps. An outbreak of Tarbagan sickness, perhaps. The plague, that is. Father had issued an order to lock the termitary up to prevent the infection from getting in. And what are you so afraid of that you would conceal this? I don't understand. You did the right thing. Do you think Isidore had already been infected when he spoke with you? He was wrapped in a cloth and smelled of alcohol. He said that these were preventative measures, but I think he could have done all of that just to convince me after failing to convince my father. It was idiotic of me to fall for it. But why? Or... so he could have already been infected when he visited Simon? We need to warn Reuben. It's very urgent. He's about to examine Simon as soon as the period of time required by the Kanes passes. But where is he? I have no idea. Where is he staying? I don't know. There was a secret dissecting room in one of the warehouses, but no one knows where exactly. He used to live mostly in the steppe, sometimes sleeping in the termitary or at Lara Ravel's shelter, but he's not there, I know that for sure. He went away to mourn his master. What would you have done if you were him? I'd wait for him at the Canes, it's simple. Alright, cool. Well, that gives me some places to go. Please don't, please. Okay, fuck. Okay. I thought the boy might be out here. I thought our angry Wrigley. No, he's just an alcoholic. I thought our angry Wrigley boy might have been waiting for me.
You've got limited time.
Yeah.
Is that the territory?
Oh no, that's the train station. Huh. Just a little bonfire. Why not? If you go meet Lara, get ready to witness the craziest glow down from Patho 2. Oh my god.
Glow down?
Yeah, as in she looks a lot better in Pathologic 2.
Right.
I kind of want to now. Pals, I've been streaming for 3 hours and 10 minutes, and I think I'm going to wrap up so that I can go watch Mule's Chudbingus. I really want to check out Mule's Chudbingus, and you know what? I want everyone else to get to check out Mule's Chudbingus as well. So I'm going to raid into Donald Mule right now. Raid Donald Mule. Thank you everyone for hanging out. It's been a pleasure as always. I'll be playing some more Pathologic probably next week, maybe later this week. I don't know. There's not that many days left in this week. Probably next week. Check me out on patreon.com/SophieFromMars if you want to see my essays early when I've written them. The videos early when I've edited them, access to my Patreon Discord. It's all a cool fun time over at patreon.com/SophieFromMars. And have fun with Donald Mule. Tell him that you love ghosts. Tell him that you love Red Planet. Tell him you love him from me. And ask him questions about ghosts. It is his favorite topic. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.
Quite work for you?